So I want to ask you just a couple of questions
Sure.
real quick, because you are, got your ear to the wine street, and you are, one of the top bloggers out there. What are you most excited about in the wine world right now?
You know, if we hadn't just done this tasting and it therefore would have been, not expected, I would have said esoteric whites.
Esoteric white wines. Okay.
But in a similar vein, I think there's a new appreciation for American wine. By that I mean producers like Bedrock, who are making field blends, rediscovering that California has a winemaking history that they can be proud of, and that it doesn't have to be Cabernet Sauvignon.
It doesn't have to fall into that one grape.
You can, and that's what makes the, people talk about Old Ridge Zinfandels as if they're magical. They are.
Yeah.
But there's no reason why they can't be made today.
Right.
And you finally see people starting to do that, where they'll make these field blends of Carignan, Petit Syrah, Zinfandel, Alicante Bouschet, a couple of random grapes that just happen to be growing alongside. They blend it all together, and you have an incredible American wine.
Right.
I also do think that we're seeing people tone it down a notch, which I think, with alcohol levels and ripeness levels, I know everyone talks about this, but there was a truth to the stereotype that Napa Cabs had gotten too big.
Yeah.
Some of the older Napa Cabs I've had recently from the late 90s, early 2000s, they're just like blocks. They either taste what you assume they tasted like 5-10 years ago, or they've developed these really pruny characteristics. Whereas you go back a little earlier, mid-90s and earlier, all the wines are still tasting fresh.
Right. And
I think we're starting to see that again, where you're getting cabs with red fruit profiles. You're getting cabs that actually have freshness and acid to them. So those would be the three things that I'm particularly excited about in California right now.
Okay, and what is your number one bold prediction for 2012? Anything that you think is going to be the trendsetter? We just shot a video yesterday about Moscato, because it's amazing to me about how much Moscato has grown in the past year. You see anything like that coming in 2012? Anything that's going to be the trendsetter?
I don't think anything's going to be a trendsetter. Again, something that everyone is talking about. I think one of the interesting stories will be how the market responds to Robert Parker no longer doing California. I think a lot of winemakers are worried and concerned. I think points will continue to become less important. I'm one of the few bloggers who has no issue whatsoever with points and use them myself.
Yeah.
But I think they're becoming less and less important. One of many reasons for them becoming less important is because moving forward, you're not going to see 96 RP next to a wine. You're going to see 96 AG. And that's not going to mean anything to people. Sure, 96 Wine Advocate, 96 Wine Spectator, 96 Wine Enthusiast. Points are become meaningless, which is not necessarily a bad thing. And I say that as someone who thinks points have a value.
Yeah, I like that. I think that I agree with you. We just actually had a video series with a couple of master sommeliers talking about the point system, and it's I agree with that trend, but we will see what the future holds. So, well, David, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
These wines are killer. They are exciting. I mean, I'm excited about it, and I love whenever I get excited about new wines. Coming from the Napa Valley is pretty crazy to me, because I haven't been super excited about some different wines out of the Napa Valley in a while. It's cool to taste some of these different grape varieties as well, and I think it's really kind of breaking the mold of what, and can show what Napa Valley can do. So,
thanks for having me.
Great polls. If any of you out there have ever tasted any of these wines, be sure to let us know. These are our thoughts on them, but we'd love to hear what you have to say. You can always reach out to us on Twitter at Wines.com. I'm at Bill Elsey, and you can reach David at Terroirist blog on Twitter. You can also hit us up on Facebook, and we'd love to hear your thoughts in our wine board forums here on Wines.com. Keep a lookout for David's post on the blog as well in the future. Thanks.
Thank you.